Hey, LinkedIn, it is Thanksgiving week in the US, which means we are about to lead into the Cyber Five, which at this point has really become a global moment. First, before I get into predictions based on MikMak historical data, where we look at what happened this time last year, we also marry it with moments like Amazon Prime Day, and then generally what we're seeing across the collective customer base over 2024. I want to give a shout out to probably frontline workers that get overlooked during this holiday season because they are in high class jobs, which is everyone who is supporting all e-commerce teams around the world, all paid media teams around the world. If you work in e-commerce or you work in paid media, you're on the product, the engineering, the account management teams. We all kind of know what this week is like, which is we're on call. I'll never forget when I worked at a big retailer and the website went down, no one had Thanksgiving. So everyone is hands on deck through the holiday season, but especially during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So I just want to give a shout out, especially to everyone at MikMak who's on the front lines. Now, let's get into some predictions. We're about to have Thanksgiving. It's a bit later this year in the US. And I think there's going to be a few things that will happen. But to be honest, I don't think that Thanksgiving 2024 will be drastically different from Thanksgiving 2023. And there's a big reason why. While absolutely we're continuing to see very price conscious shoppers, and we also have been living during better for you Ozempic times where people are consuming less when it comes to food and alcohol. There's a big feeling right now in the US. It was election year. We just got the results. And the general consumer base is really turning to nostalgia. So my bet for Thanksgiving is that you're going to see people lean into the holiday. They're going to think with fondness with the snacks that they would have eaten or the drinks they would have made with their grandparents. And so I think for a moment, we're going to put our feelings aside. We're going to relish in the presence of Thanksgiving, and we're going to see really similar consumption to 2023. That being said, I think that will absolutely hold true within food and bev. I do think we're going to see a decline in Thanksgiving when it comes to alcohol. We'll see non-alcoholic beverages pop, low alcoholic beverages pop. We'll see RTDs pop. We'll probably see some wine pop, but the rest of the category is probably going to hurt. So that's Thanksgiving. Now we roll into the Cyber Five, which is essentially the period, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and what is it called now? Tuesday? Grateful Tuesday? Giving Tuesday. It's hard to keep up with these names. That 5-day time period. So when I look at MikMak data from last year, and then I look at moments like Amazon Prime, and then our general collective data in 2024, despite what economists are saying, that they suspect somewhere between 5 to 8% overall growth for the Cyber Five, I think once again, we got to look at volume sales. And we look at volume sales, I don't believe we're going to see growth. We'll probably see things stay flat. That's my big bet in terms of 2024 to 2023. And then in terms of media channels that are going to drive the lion's share of referral traffic and conversion during this Cyber Five, there's going to be one change that I think is going to happen this year versus 2023. So last year, what we saw in terms of traffic and conversion was Meta was number 1, Google was number 2, which is inclusive of YouTube and search. TikTok was number 3, Pinterest was 4, and Snap was 5. I believe in 2024 Cyber 5, we're actually going to see Google and TikTok flip. So it's going to go Meta, TikTok, Google. That's the massive sort of change that I think we'll see. And then in terms of number 1 retailer, well, Walmart was number 1 last year, and I believe that Walmart is going to be number 1 again this year. So we'll see how it all pans out. I am sure the MikMak team will quickly package up data, and shout out to Tony, who makes all that magic happen for us post the Cyber 5 season. But until then, hug your product engineering account team as we go into a crazy time period to ensure that global consumers can shop everywhere. Until then, happy Thanksgiving.